Assalamualaikum students, welcome to another walkthrough from UA code 127.0.0.1. Students, in my today lecture, I am going to work on Active Directory walkthrough of TryHackMe. Basically, 99% of corporate network runs off AD, that is Active Directory. If I talk about Active Directory, basically it's a domain controller. In any corporate network environment, Active Directory plays its role as a domain controller. But students, you can exploit a vulnerable Active domain controller. So if I talk about the agenda of today lecture, the basic objective of today lecture is actually teach you about Active Directory enumeration, Kerberos, cracking hashes, and then Impacket. So let's start. I'm going to deploy my target machine and already connected to the TryHackMe VPN. Let's start from the task 2. From task 2, here you can see installing Impacket. Students, if I talk about Impacket, basically Impacket is a collection of Python scripts, and basically you can use the Impacket to enumerate users. It will also use to capture hashes, and Impacket can also be used for privilege escalation. So I'm going to install the Impacket by using this command. Copy this and then move to my terminal window. Okay, here I paste it and hit enter. Impacket going to install ls. Okay, if I move to the OPT folder and then ls, Impacket is present here. If I move to the Impacket and hit enter, here you can see the requirement.txt file is present here. I should install this in order to work Impacket properly. So I'm going to install request.txt by using this command. Move to my terminal window. Okay, here is an error occur. If I copy this one, move to my browser and paste it here to find actually what is actually issue behind this error. So for Kali Linux, if I tried this command to install pip, I copy this and paste into my terminal. Okay, after the repo is cloned, you will notice several installed related files. Requirement.txt is present here. So to install the Python requirements for Impacket, follow this command. Okay, here is an error occur. I should update Kali Linux. Sudo apt update and hit enter. Okay, again I try to install pip command. Okay, requirements already satisfied. If I typed here ls, here you can see setup.py is present. I should install this Python 3 and then install okay. After the Impacket should be correct installed, now it should be ready to use. Students, Impacket is successfully installed in my machine. Now it's ready to use. In my coming task, I will use it. Okay, here is another method to install packet. You can try this one also. Let's install another tool, that is Bloodhound. It is a better tool that you will be utilized while attacking Active Directory. Basically, this tool also used in order when you are working on Active Directory. So I'm going to copy this command in order to install this application, the packages of this application. If you guys face some troubleshooting issue, then you can use this command before that installing Bloodhound and Neo4j. Let's move to the task 3. Okay, before going to perform enumeration, first I'm going to put my target machine in etc.host folder. Nano etc host, hit enter. Here you can see the rest of IP address with their domain names are present. I'm going to put the target IP address here. And then a name should be spookysec.local. I'm going to save it. Okay. For enumeration, as you students know, Nmap is used, and students, if you don't know about how actually you can use Nmap, I recommend you first you move to the Nmap room. Right now I'm not going to this room, but if you guys don't know about Nmap, then definitely you should move to this room in order to grip on Nmap different scanning techniques. Okay, first of all, I'm going to perform a simple Nmap scan against my target machine. Nmap -a, then -t4, and then -v. Okay, target IP address, and hit enter. Nmap start scan against the target machine. Students, you can also use Evil WinRM tool in this walkthrough in order to actually find the password for administrator. So in my coming task, definitely I will see this tool as well. Let's move to the question. The question is that what tool will allow us to enumerate these ports? These two ports are actually reserved for NetBIOS, and students, you can use enum for Linux command to enumerate these ports. Actually, enum for Linux command gives you a detailed, very lengthy output. If I type here enum for Linux -a and then the target IP address, hit enter, it starts its working. Here you can see it try to fetch NBT stat information against target machine, and got domain workgroup name. The domain name that it's find is TryHackMe Active Directory. Actually, this is the NetBIOS domain name, and below you can also see domain name is also present here. It's also tried to find information about operating system. Okay, Nmap also takes some time in order to complete its result. Enum for Linux also find share enumeration on target machine, some password related information. Also you can see also group related information. So guys, you can use enum for Linux command in order to enumerate these two ports. What is the NetBIOS domain name of this machine? As you see, when I perform enumeration by using this command, the NetBIOS domain name I find is TryHackMe Active Directory. Okay, what is the invalid top level domain do people commonly use for their Active Directory? If you Google it, then definitely you will find the answer of this question. .local is the invalid TLD mostly people use for their Active Directory. Let's move to the task 4. Students, in my task 4, I'm going to use Kerberos in order to perform enumeration. Basically, Kerberos is a tool that you can use to perform pre-authentication brute forcing. So before going to use this tool, first of all, I should install this. Okay, I'm going to install Kerberos by using this command from here. I'm going to copy this. You can find any valid command from Google. Right now I'm using this one. ls, here you can see Kerberos is present here. cd, Kerberos had entered. ls, I should install requirement.txt in order to work it properly. So I use pip command in order to install requirements for Kerberos. So you can see it's installed successfully. Guys, right now here is a two list present. One is user list and other than is password. I should use these two lists in order to find a valid username and password for this domain. So if I copy link and move to my browser, and this one also open in a new, here you can see a lot of username list is present here, and a lot of password list is also present here. I'm going to copy this list from here. Students, I'm going to save all of these password in my local machine. So I create a user.list file and paste all the username here. It will take some time in order to store. Meanwhile, you can see Nmap scan result. Many of the ports of target machine is open. As you can see, 135 and 445 port is open. That is actually reserved for NetBIOS. Port 3389 is also open, and you can see here target name try-hack-me Active Directory, and NetBIOS domain name is this, and DNS domain name is spookysec.local, and other information Nmap also show me. Okay. Students, before going to Kerberos, I should install these two lists. Here you can see I'm successfully installed these two lists present here. One is user list and the second one is pass. A lot of password list is present here. Okay, let's move to the folder where is Kerberos present. Move to the Kerberos and hit enter. Here I type python 3 and then .py and then -d domain name, target that is spookysec.local, and then -user. Okay, if I use usernm command, and then I will provide the path where the file is present. I think it's present in home, Kali, and then userlist.txt. Okay. I should use here users and hit enter. So here you can see basically Kerberos is trying to find pre-authenticate username. It's checked. Okay, the question is that what command within Kerberos which allows us to enumerate valid username? Students, basically you can either use a hyphen users command or a user enum command in order to fetch the valid username. Okay, if I copy this and let's try to actually find which command I can use to enumerate valid username. I move to my terminal window and hit enter. Okay. Here you can see a different option that you can use with this Kerberos -h for else, -d for debug, and user or user used to perform brute forcing, and file with the -user or user file with the user per line. So the answer of this question should be -user, and you can also use user enum command. Let's move to the next question. What noticeable account is discovered? Students, as I told that Kerberos is a tool that is actually used to perform pre-authentication brute forcing. So guys, here you can see here is a username that is svc-admin that is not pre-authenticated. So the answer of this question is svc-admin. What is the another account noticeable account is discovered? This should jump out at you. Okay, here you can see a lot of other user is also present. I tried one by one and tried to submit my answer. Every time I find error, but when I put here backup, then my answer is put successfully. So the answer of this question is backup. Backup is another discovered username. Okay, it's time to actually abusing the Kerberos. So students, in Impacket there is a tool that is called get np user. This tool is actually now used to find the password for this user. So let's move to the cd opt and then Impacket and example, hit enter, ls. Here you can see this is present here. I'm going to use this tool, copy this one and type here. Okay, I typed here python 3 and then the tool name, and here I type the IP target machine, that is spooky-sec.local, and then svc-admin and hit enter. Okay, students, now you can see I have find a hash for this user. I'm going to copy all of this hash from here. I'm going to copy this and move to the terminal. Okay, here I create a file by hash name and paste all the hash in it. Now try to save it. Okay, you can see hash contains this this content. Looking at the Hashcat example wiki page, what type of Kerberos hash did we retrieve? Students, actually now it's time to find out the Kerberos hash type. So I will move to this website in order to find the Kerberos hash type. I copy this, move to my browser and paste it. Here you can see generic hash types are present here: hash mod, hash name, and example. Okay, my hash starts from this. So if I move down and when I reach here 18200, you can see this type of hash is present here. So the hash mod is so the hash type is this. I can copy it here and paste to the answer. What mod is hash? As you can see, guys, the mod of this hash is 18200. So the answer of this question is 18200. Now crack the hash with the modified password provided. What is the user? Now it's time to actually crack this hash. I will use Hashcat. Okay. Now I will use Hashcat and then -n, and here hash mod, that is 18200, and then hash, and then the password list. Password list is, I think, present in home, Kali password list, and I will type here force and hit enter. Students, I faced some problem here. It related to some processor, but I told you that the strategy is this one. In order to crack any hash, you can use this command in order to crack the hash. As I done this lecture before 4 to 5 days, so the valid password that I find is management.25. I can use this password in my further task. Let's move to the next task. Now I'm going to enumerate the target machine shares. As you know, the shares can be enumerated by using SMB client. So let's move to my target machine. And now here I type here SMB client and then -l and then SpookySec.local, and here I should type -user and then the username, that is sp admin, and hit enter. Okay, there is a spelling mistake. The password is management 2005. Hit enter. Students, you can see some share name present here of this target machine. Using utility, we can nmap remote SMB share. The utility that I used is SMB client. Which option will use to list the shares? As you see, -l option will use to list the share. And how many remote shares in the server listing? You can see a total 6 shares are present here. There is one particular share that we have access to allow contain a text file. So from all these shares, backup is a folder that contains the text file. Now if I explore backup folder SMB client, and then I type here / and then SpookySec.local and then backup and then -- user svc hyphen admin and hit enter. Password is management 2005. Okay. Let's try again. Now I am present is SMB. Students, here you can see a text file is present, that is backup credentials. I'm going to copy the name of this file, and by using get command, I will move it to my local machine. You can see file is successful transferred to my local machine. Okay. Here you can see this file is present. Let's try to check the content of this file by using cat command. Guys, here you can see the content of this file is present here, and basically it is encoded with base 64. What is the content of file? You can copy all this content from here and paste to the answer place. Now actually I'm going to decode it. If I type here echo and then paste the content besides double quote, and here I use base 64 and then hyphen D. It's a method actually by which you can decode any content. I should put some space here. Students, you can see after decoding I find this is the basically user and this is the password. Okay, let's move to the next decoding the content of the file. What is the content? Here you can see the content after decode I get is this one. I can copy it from here and paste to the answer section. It's time for elevating privilege. So here you can see there is another tool in Impacket, that is secret dump. By using this tool actually it will retrieve all the password hashes that this user account. So let's try this tool. Again I move to my terminal and I will move cd opt Impacket and then example, hit enter, ls. Here is a this secret dump is present. I am going to copy this one and I typed here Python 3, then the name of tool, and then I will use hyphen just hyphen DC and then I will type here backup @ spooky sec dot local and hit enter. Okay. The password I should put here spooky okay. If I move back and when I decode it, if I hit enter, here you can see this is the password that I can actually use. I can copy it from here. Okay, again I type here Python and then name of tool. Okay, now I typed here just hyphen DC and then backup @ cookiesec dot local, hit entered. Okay, the password I should use this one. I'm going to copy this. Okay. Again try to run this. Actually, I think there is a spelling mistake in password. I should correct it. Copy. Paste it here. Hit enter. Now you can see many of hash terms is present here. Then if I scroll up for the administrator, you can see what method allows to dump ntds.dit. Here you can see using the this method actually we are trying to perform hash dump. So the answer of this question is this one. You can copy it and paste to the answer section. What is the administrator NTLM? Here you can see this is the administrator NTLM. Okay. What method of attack could allows us to authenticate as the user without the pass hash? Guys, basically a pass hash is a method that I can use to authenticate as user without the password. So now I'm going to perform pass hash, and to perform this I will use Impacket, another tool. Okay, students, here you can see that is psexes.py. This is a tool that is actually I use. I'm going to copy this one and type here Python 3, then the tool name, and then the username. Username is administrator, and then here I should type at the rate of cookiesec dot local, and then here I should put all this hash. I'm going to copy it from here and move to there, and then paste. Okay, hit enter. Okay, the password, if I try this one, copy, paste it here. Okay, I think there is a mistake. Okay, it should not be present here. Here hyphen hashes should be present. You can see now after correct my command, pass the hash attack is carry on, and after a few moments I am able to actually find the students, here you can see I am successfully log into the target machine. If I type here dir, lot of stuff is present here. Okay, if I typed here who am I and hit enter, you can see I am present in anti-authority systems. Okay, If I move to the users, hit enter, dir. If I move to the cd, svc and hyphen admin, and then cd desktop and dir, here you can see the first flag is present, that is user.txt and hit enter. Okay, I should use type command user.txt and hit enter. This is the first flag that I find. Okay, if I move to the documents, okay, administrator and then dir. If I move to here, dir, here you can see the second flag is present, that is for root user. You can see second flag is present. Okay, okay, students, this is my today lecture in which you will learn about how to exploit a vulnerable Active Directory. Hope so, students, you will practice this walkthrough by your own. I will come to you by new walkthrough tomorrow. So till tomorrow, Allah Hafiz.